Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Altcoin Mentor's YouTube channel. My name is Peter, and today I'm going to be doing our weekly technical analysis of the crypto markets that we currently follow. Our main goal here at Altcoin Mentors is to help as many people as possible achieve their goal of financial freedom, and we believe trading cryptocurrencies is an opportunity of a lifetime. By the end of this video, you should have a better understanding of where the crypto markets are going in the near-term and long-term future. If you like our videos, please follow us on YouTube and also on Twitter and on Telegram. We also have a model portfolio for our 2K 5X challenge that you can view our positions and progress. If you'd like to be notified of our latest videos, please hit the bell button. All right, so let's start off with Bitcoin. So there's really not that much to review on Bitcoin because last week I said that we were in a range and we still are in the same range. So I can't really take that much credit for being right on that one because it was in a range for a long time before that. So on the weekly charts here, it looks like it's just going sideways. There's really nothing to talk about. It's in a big range. For the last 3 months, it's been a range between 6,000 and 8,400 to the top. But most of the time, it's been channeling between 6,900, 7,000, and 6,000. So if you look at it on a daily chart, you see what I'm talking about over here. So this is beginning of June. It goes down. It stays in there for almost a month. It goes up for a little bit, comes back down, and now we are right here. So this was a spike up, a fake spike up. So if you follow us on Twitter, you see what I wrote down yesterday, right? Good morning, everyone. While BitMEX was down for maintenance, Bitcoin shot up to the top of the range and then immediately came back down. Bitcoin is still in a range, right? Stay disciplined and trade well, right? And that's really the key, is that you can't just look at the spikes and think that everyone's coming back in or coming back out of the marketplace. So on a daily, you can see that it's in a range just as well. So the interesting thing too here is if you look at it, the top of the wick is at the top of the range from before. So if you draw a line right here, right there, you see how close it was, right, to that area over here. So it's not like it's, all these support and resistance areas and also these ranges. Remember, these are just zones, right? You don't have to be really exact. So even people say things like the number here at 6,000, they're like, yeah, look at it's, you say it's major support, but look how many times it's broken through. Yeah, but the wicks, right? Just broken through by a couple $100. But this is an area of, of importance, right? And this is where you want to be a little bit cautious, right, of things. So right now, Bitcoin is right in the middle of this range. So let's look at it on a shorter time frame, and you'll see what I've been talking about. So here, it's just been channeling. It hasn't been really doing anything. So there's really nothing, much going on. Because the idea is, where are you going to make money? Right? So even for our 2K 5X challenge, I haven't traded in a while because there's nothing to trade on Bitcoin. I'm not using leverage. I'm just doing one-to-one to show you how you can make money. Because leverage can help you, but it can also hurt you, right? In this type of situation, leverage helps you because you can use leverage to make more money, right, by having smaller targets. And that's the only way to trade in this type of range right now. Because how are you going to make money if you go long if you see the bounce off of 6,300 right over here? So let's say, you're going to play like the mid-range over here between these two levels, right? So every time it comes here, you're going to go short, or you're going to go long, right? So if it goes up by, $50, $100, how can you make money, right? The only way you can do that is by using leverage, but that's also very, very dangerous. And that's something that I don't recommend for most people to do, especially if you're just beginning to trade. Because if you're wrong, right, a few times with big leverage, it can really hurt your account, hurt your confidence, and then you can give up before you even start rolling. So because of that, I haven't really been trading because where do you go, right? Do you short it at 6,600 and then do you take profits at 6,400 every single time? Or do you think it's going to break all the way down to 6,000 again? Then when it does get to 6,000 or 6,200, right, are you going to ride it or are you going to get out of profit? So because of that, there's a lot of confusion here. So that's why right now I am currently not trading Bitcoin. on the 2K5X challenge. Even for my personal accounts, I'm not really doing it that much. What I have been trading lately is Ether. So let me show you Ether. So Ether on a weekly chart here it's going down. It looks bad. It made a lower low over here where Bitcoin hasn't. Bitcoin has stayed in holding pattern, but Ether has gone down, so that looks pretty bad. On a daily, you see it. I said that this was the range that it was in for almost 2 months, and once it broke out, it started dumping, and that's all I've been doing. I've just been playing this range down. So on a 90-minute chart, on a shorter time frame chart, you can see most of my trades. So basically, here we are at resistance. So every time it gets close, the blue line is most of the times where I've just been shorting. I am in a short now. So, hopefully I'll make some money. I'm hoping it gets down to about 250 because my target here is about 239. So if it breaks this range, it can go a lot lower. So I'll show you on the dailies how low it can go. It can go back to about 140, which is the next major support level. But it has to get to 239 first. So that's what I say. Like, people say, do I think it's going to go to 239? I don't know. I mean, it might. It looks like it's going to go down there. But can I guarantee it? No. Right? Just like if it breaks 240, 239, I can't guarantee it's going to go to 140. Right? But I do believe that the trend is to the downside. So it has a higher chance of getting to 240 and to 140 than it does getting back up to 500. So let's look at EOS. So EOS on a weekly level, we're at the lows that it was in March. So it bounced off of support over here. It looks pretty bad as well. So people who got hurt on the way up here, and if they didn't take profits here, they thought it would go back because it made a new higher high on a weekly. So then maybe you hold it, thinking back. But around 12 bucks, you should have gotten out. So even for the dailies look even worse because after it goes, all you see the waves. You're making lower lows. And then if you look at it here, we are right between support and resistance, and that's what EOS has been doing. EOS has been bouncing off of support here, going to resistance, and now it looks like it's going back down to support at about 421. So get Monero. Monero on a weekly is looking bad as well. It broke the lows. It keeps on going lower. Right now it's at a major support around the 89. Below that is 61. On a daily level, you see it also, it broke out of this big range over here. It spiked down. See, the support level here was pretty solid at 89, and that's where it's been in, and it's kind of been trapped over here. So same thing here. I've just been playing the shorts. It goes a little bit higher. It breaks down, and then that's the key here. So now at around 86, that's major support. Around here, you have to be a little bit more careful around this level. So let's look at Icon. So here's the chart for Icon. It looks really bad. I mean, I don't know what you can say about this. I know it had a nice, big run up. There are a lot of crypto funds who are in Icon. They thought it was going to be a nice play, but it hasn't turned out that way. It's down, 90%, right, from the high. So it's really not doing much. I compared this to Detroit, a couple months ago, and it's just going down, 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 because just like Detroit, it's all about location, location, location. And for prices of any type of instruments that are that you want to make money off of, and real estate is one of those instruments as well, it's about price, right? Location, location, location is all based on price, right? So no one wants to live in Detroit, right, because of location. That's why the price is so bad. Right, so same thing with Icon. Right, does anyone want to really own Icon? Right, and you can tell that they don't because the price has been going lower and lower and lower and lower. So that's really the key here. So here it's just been going down. It's been getting hammered. So even on a 90-minute scale, it bounced off of support. So I told people here, if you play the bounce, right? So it hit, it went up, play the bounce. This is one of my favorite plays. Bounce off support. As it goes higher and higher and higher, you have to eventually get out because the chances of it turning into a runner or a positional play back to the upside is very small. So because of that, you have to take profits. And if you didn't take profits, because most likely you would have probably bought in around here, you could probably be at break even, right? And maybe you're hoping it to curl back up, right? So you have to be very careful going opposite the long-term markets. So same thing that happened with Enigma, right? So Enigma has been going down, 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 down on a daily basis too. It's been getting really hurt. It's at major support right now. It's getting close to it on a shorter time frame here. I said the same thing. Play the bounce, get in above this little green area, and then you have to get out. So I showed my replays of it on Twitter. You can follow us there, and you can see how I played this long on Enigma, right? And I just raised my stops, and then eventually I got kicked out right around here, right, at this level. So did I know that it was going to stop? No, but it's that I do know that the trend is down, right? So by taking a trade opposite the trend, you can expect a little bit of a pushback. Now it's going back to support. Look at 0x. 0x was one of my favorites for a while, but it looks like it's going further down now. So it needed a new higher high to confirm up, but it never got there. It looked like it might have a chance, but it never really did. So now it's going back to the lows up over here. So if you look over here, it's going down, down, down once it broke support over here. So here, this was a major support level here at 11897. It kind of bounced around between support and resistance here, and then once it dropped over here, you can see it. It goes. You can see the waves. It goes lower, higher, lower high, lower low, lower high. Takes a little bit of a break, but here we go. Lower high. Now we have a lower low, lower high. Now we have a new lower low. So it looks like it's going down. So look at the Zcoin. So Zcoin, if you look at this chart, it's pretty crazy, right? Nothing much going on over here on a weekly basis. So it's really hard to look at it. On a daily basis, it looked like it was going back up off of support. It went all the way back down, and then now we have a new lower low, right? A lower high, and it looks like it's bouncing off of this zone and going further down, and this could be the death of Zcoin. So look at the Link. Link looks pretty good. It's the only one that's looking kind of decent, right? But it's coming into some headwinds. It finally broke resistance up here. Has to go to 6137 on a weekly basis to really make it push higher. On a daily basis, it looks much better. I tweeted out it was having a hard time over here. It had bounced off of this line at 4765 for a while. Now it's kind of hovering near it. Maybe it'll hold up as support. Hopefully it does, and then it can go back up. But you can see the pattern here: lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. But now we have higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. We have a higher high, and now we're expecting a higher low. If it breaks down, then it can go further down. So that's really the simple pattern here. So on the 90-minute, you can see it over here. I had it in a range. It bounced off the range. Was in a range from here, support and resistance. Over here, it broke through, and now it's looking like it's breaking through support again, right? So in this pattern here, what I'm looking for is, if I go back long again, right? What I'm looking for is a bounce off here, right? And then make a higher high, right, up over here. So if it breaks this level here, then I might be interested in going back into Link, right, or adding more to my positions. So look at BitShares. So BitShares on a weekly basis looking bad. On a daily, I'll show you where I said it must hold. So this was it. This was the level because it looked like it was going pretty well, right? So how did I know that this was a important level? Because it had a lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, and higher high, right? Lower high here, lower low, and then look at that, right here, right? Major resistance, 1, 2, 3 times, and then a little area over here. It hit it here, here, and here, and it had to hold, right? This curl on its way up had to hold, and it didn't, and it dropped. Same thing here. Bounce, you could have had a short play to the upside, but then it has to go down. Short play to the upside, but now it's continuing to go down, 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 and it looks pretty bad for BitShares. So right now in this market, you have to be very careful as it ranges. If you do go opposite the market and go long on most of the coins, you have to be, in my opinion, you have to take profits. As you go in, scale in small on the way on the longs. See what happens. This way you don't get too nervous. You can hold on to it for a little bit longer. And then when you see it going back down or going sideways, you can take some profits, right? Ease into it, right? Because most of the coins have a long way to go. Because even if you look at it on a medium-term level, you can see how the markets have been reacting for a while. Right now, it's just going sideways. So if you are long on Bitcoin, it has to break this level up above here and close above 6,700. And then the headwinds are 7,200, 7,700, and 8,400. So before it can go back up to the high levels, it has to go through those levels. And after that is 10K, 11.8, right, 13, 16, and then 19. So before we talk about going to 40 and 50K on Bitcoin, which who knows, it might do it, right? It has to break these levels first. So hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe to our channel and follow us on Twitter and on Telegram. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, please ask away in the comment section below. We do a very good job of answering all of our comments and questions right away. Thank you again for watching, and see you in our next video.